Hi, I'm Dong.
I'm Archie.
I'm Jeff.
And we're here because we basically want to build a floating pool in New York for everyone.
We wanted to do something that had never been done before. We wanted to build a pool that actually filtered the water of the river itself.
Which is why we need your help.
It was a really incredibly hot summer, and when it's that hot and you're dripping sweat everywhere, the first thing that you want to do is jump into a pool. So naturally, being around the river all of the time, we wanted to jump in that river.
It's the sort of thing, people want to feel like water is super accessible. To live in New York, it's around us, but I mean, I never see the water, but I would like to.
We looked at that river as something that we could get into, and how surreal it would feel to actually be in that river and what the city would look like from it.
And you know, everybody knows it's not the cleanest river in the world, but we thought that it should be.
So we proposed a pool.
The pool is basically 4 different pools stuck together into the shape of a plus.
And I mean, we really wanted the pool to be for everyone. You know, that's why it's this plus shape that you can have lap swimming, you can have kids playing, you can have kind of hangout pools all at the same time. I mean, it kind of calls together of the New York intersection, which was important to us, but also mainly it was this really iconic shape that worked really well in New York City as a kind of new landmark in a way.
Well, I think it could be huge, really. One, because of its design, because it's a strikingly simple but compelling geometric essay. Because of its inventive filtration system, it will show New Yorkers a whole new way of thinking about the water, right? Because it will say you can be a swimmer, you can use the water, you can hang out on the water.
The more people get in the water, they realize it's not so bad, it's swimmable. And I think when people start seeing it as a recreational resource and some place that you can swim, I think that will give momentum to make people want to clean it up more. And I think a pool like this just takes it a step further. You're not just out on the river, you're in the river. And I think it'll go further to change the way people think about the rivers.
Not only was there an incredible public interest in the project, but there were a lot of organizations that wanted to know what was going on. So we had the opportunity to talk with people like Parks and Recreation and NYC Swim, which eventually led us to Arup, arguably one of the most innovative engineering firms in the world.
But is it really going to happen? Yes, of course it will happen, but we need to get behind it. We all need to get behind it. We need to make sure that we've got people, not only technically, but also from the government side, from the permits and approvals. We've got the community saying, yes, they want it in their community. And we need all of those aspects behind it. And then it will be a reality.
River water can be cleaned enough to where you can swim in it just like a pool and start to enjoy it and then start to understand your impact on the water.
This gets at the core of what we're kind of aiming for, going towards, which is being able to once again interact with the water.
So now after 5 months, we've got this report from Arup with the bottom line that basically says this project is feasible.
Our goal is to now build a part of the pool itself and test the materials of the filtration method. You guys can really make a difference by helping us make this pool happen. And for that, we think New York is better with a pool.